parents to friends, everybody tries to lecture students and tell them to live in present. What does this living in present exactly means?
Today I find people just live in a world of dreams. I interact with a lot of youngsters, and the only thing that has changed about the generation today and the generation of my time is we all have dreams, we all have goals, but in our times we were willing to work for that goal for a long time to achieve what we wanted to. Today the youngsters have a goal, they have a dream, but they want to do it very fast. And this very fast usually does not happen the way we want it to. Unless you circumvent the issue and go through shortcuts which are not very pleasant and not very legal. Hard work is important. Living in the present is important. You have to be realistic. If I want to become a very famous fitness trainer, I can only talk of my profession, and I deal with a lot of youngsters as I teach them. So when I am in a fitness training profession, it's a very hard grind. In the beginning, your money is not much, your recognition is not much. But if you continue with discipline, hard work, and you don't give up, and sincerity, and the human touch of healing, you certainly will get opportunities where people realize who you are, what you're doing, and the doors just open out. I can only talk of myself, from my lucrative advertising career to fitness training was a journey which was difficult, and it was a big question mark because everyone questioned me. I mean, are you capable of it? And I decided I have to prove it to myself. So when I started studying for it and we went to Bombay, I was applying for jobs. My first break came with a very successful fitness training chain of fitness training gyms. And for 6 months I worked with them without a salary because they called me a trainee and they said the trainees are not paid. And when I did, after 6 months of training, when I went into regular class, I took 12 classes and I got paid 180 rupees. I mean, that was ridiculous, but I was very happy because that was my first salary. When I came back home, I was butt of ridicule for everyone. They said, my God, you put in 3 years of studying to do this, to get 180 rupees a month. And I just kept quiet because I knew that this was not the reality. I knew the reality was something else. I wouldn't say it was dreaming, but I knew it. It was not a vision in my head, but I knew that there was more to it than what people were laughing at me for. And then I got my first break with a company called, in those days, Lintas Advertising. And they told me that if I wished to, they would invite me for a lecture for half an hour in their office, and I could talk to people about fitness, and if people liked, then they would start a class for me. And for this half an hour thing, they would pay me 5,000 rupees, which was a huge sum of money at that time. And I went happily, of course, and besides feeding me lunch, they gave me a check at the end of it, which I was very happy with. But the best part was, out of 50 people attending that lecture, 25 got interested in what I was trying to tell them. And those classes started off thrice a week, and I was being paid 12,000 rupees a month. And I'm happy to say that 20 years down the line, those classes are still continuing in the agency with one of my friends I placed there. She's still working with them. And they have got a class every day now and twice a day. So, I find that living in the present means you actually have your feet grounded. Don't build castles in the air, which are just in the air, and nobody is going to take you and put you in that castle. It's a long, hard journey with a very firm belief in your goal. Everyone should have a dream, and that dream should be fulfilled by your own hard work. So when I think our parents, elders, teachers, colleagues tell us, why are you dreaming? In Hindi when they say, सपने क्यों देखता है? सच्चाई में जीना सीखो. सच्चाई यही है कि जब आप अपनी अंतरात्मा से किसी चीज़ पे विश्वास करते हैं, तो उस चीज़ को आपको महसूस करने के लिए, वो जीने के लिए आपको बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. बिना मेहनत के कुछ नहीं होता, और सपने देखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Living in the present means face the reality of reaching your dreams, and you must have a dream, you must have a vision for yourself. You must actually visualize and see yourself in the place you want to be, and then the doors open up and you actually can realize your